beautiful Mo started it out for us. Thank you, Mo. We're closer to the goal. Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm always late. Here, Mo, let me play the thank you song for your super chat.
People wanna drag you down, don't let them. Smile big, use that purpose to light. Shine, you wanna be worshipped, think they show they care. They talk cause they love you, show them what you are, stand tall and bright. Make them mad when you stay alright.
Yay, Juicer's been a member for 2 months. Thank you, Juicer. You know I love you. And I wasn't talking about you in Dolly's chat. You know I trust you. Hey, Tony. There's Miss PJ. Thank you again, Mo. Beautiful, sweet Mo. Jax. Hey, Jax. Tammy's been a member for 17 months. Thank you, Tammy. That's amazing. Hey, Braddy. I didn't even see you in here first time. Funky Jasunky. Hey, Jody Ann. New hair color. Oh, yeah, my hair. It was fading, so I put red on top of it. And I did it on Halloween because I said if it looked funny like a clown, I could change it. But I kept it. It looks all right. Hey, Chatty Jen. How are you guys? 3 months, Jax. Thank you so much. Chicken next time. Oh, no, wait, Jax. You volunteered me by yourself for that. Hey, and Stitches. Sweet Summer Wills. You lost your marker. Did you lose your membership? What happened? Hey, Pac-Man. There's my hex to the no. We got a lot to go through. There we go, Ruby Joy. Now it's working. Hey, Fruit Loops. What are we doing? What are y'all doing? I'm on earlier than usual, guys. You're listening while you cooking. 14 months. Thank you so much, OG Nanny. Well, let me gift the memberships, Miss PJ. Maybe you'll get one. Hey, Lori. I said that weird. I'm excited to see you again. I know you weren't on YouTube for a while, and I'd missed you. I was looking at all the chats we're usually in. Like, where is our Lori P at? Okay, I'm going to gift the memberships for November. Maybe you'll get one, Miss PJ. Fingers crossed. Are y'all ready? Miss Chewy. Jax Wolf says, hi, everyone. Too early. I'm on too early. Hey, Just Grammy. How are you? I could never pull off different hair colors. I've tried and look crazy. Oh, can I kick it? You're sweet. But I look a little bit crazy in some hair colors, too. Don't worry. There's our Ben. Hey, Ben. All right, let's gift these memberships. Well, dang, I forgot how. No, we're not starting a poll. All right. Hey, Lena. Look, Bomb must not be live because all of our bombies are in here. I'm not complaining. You know I love you guys. Miss PJ was the first one to get one. Oh, my gosh, Miss PJ, look. There you go. Chatty Jen. Belle got one. Josephine got one. Gina Afani? Oh, Tammy, thank you so much. Tammy gifted one and our sweet Ruby Joy got it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Tammy. Hey, Crafting with Amanda. I'm going to, I don't know. Should I gift 5 more or should I wait? I'll wait just a little bit and then I'll gift them. Y'all are awesome. Let me get Leilani's face out from behind me, y'all. Ew. Let's put Summer back there since we're going to be showing that video. What's wrong, Tony? Why you say wait? I need a garlic presser tool. I spend far too much time dicing garlic all the time. Do you like to cook? Can I cook it? That's where my mind is. Can I cook it? Do you like to cook? Ben, I'm glad to see you here too. Okay. Let me get this TikTok to show you. That is cool, isn't it, Miss PJ? The YouTube peeps who are listening to us. What about the gifting, Tony? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I'll wait a little bit. So how many? Put a 1 in chat if y'all have seen it. That's my new name. I love to cook. Can I cook it? That's cool. You love to cook. Hey, my beautiful Tracy. How are you? Is Ryan here? Hey, Ryan. Funky, stop laughing at me. You want to come up, Funky? So, guys, yes, if you've watched the video of summer, put a 1 in chat. Dang it. Why does it always make me put... Why is it always trying to make me sign up for TikTok when I have one? Okay, I've seen it. Stitches says she has seen it. Hey, Jamie. My beautiful Jamie. The Real Rockin' Robin. Hey, beautiful. The Real Rockin' Robin has. Tracy's seen it. Tammy's seen it. Funky says it's too early. Dang it. Lori P's seen it. Can I Kick It? Seen it. Jody has seen it. Put a 2 in chat if you have not seen it. Lena has. Mimi Jean. Hey, Mimi Jean. A lot of you guys have seen it. Pekingese Mama. Hey, love. Oh, it makes me so happy to see you guys tonight. Y'all have no clue. Well, I guess I got to reactivate a TikTok. I don't know which one I'm reactivating. Oh, it's my daughter's. Joseph. I don't know if he can hear me, but... Okay. Everyone is awake? Yeah, everyone's awake. You have not seen it, Jax. You have not seen it, Ben. Thank you so much, Tracy. I know, that's annoying. Okay, a lot of you haven't seen it. You've seen parts, Bratty? So, yeah, okay, after all of you answer about summer, here's another question. If you guys watched any of the 𝚘𝚘 murder trial, put a 1 in chat. The 𝚘𝚘, it's, why am I having a brain fart? Please hold. Melody Ferris. If you guys watched any of that, put a 1. If you haven't, put a 2. Hey, Doug from Tennessee. How are you? Because, guys, I know Miss Chewy said she watched the whole thing. And I watched the last 3 days of trial. And I know I told some of you that are on in my Facebook group that I wanted to go over that whole trial. I think that would be an interesting thing to do because it's intriguing, guys. And I don't want to tell you guys too much if you haven't seen it because, like I said, it's really interesting, the stuff you hear. And a lot of you haven't seen it, so it'd be a good thing to cover, huh? My thoughts about the little girl, the Real Rockin' Robin. I know I have a lot of people, because I do talk and hang out at Jinkies and Miss Daisy's and stuff, that Miss Chewy's. I know I have a lot of people who are the Wells's friends. And you guys all know, or should know by now, that I believe they know what happened to Summer and they know where she is. Just me, okay? Just my opinion. I'm not going to treat them badly or down you for your own opinion. Hey, my sweet, beautiful Emery. Why don't you have a wrench? And what got me, the Real Rockin' Robin, what made me think that it was not Summer for a fact is that what Dolly played the day. He played, what's his name? White Boy Lockdown or something like that. He played a phone call with Dawn while he was live. He called Dawn, and Dawn said, it's not Summer. He said it's not Summer. And, he said that because, in my opinion, they know where she is. Exactly what Dolly said. They know where she is. They know what she is. They know she's not. I don't want to say anything else. Y'all know what I mean. So that's why I don't believe it's Summer. I had a little bit of hope at first when Jinkies was playing it, and when she said can, said it could be, but then I heard that with Dawn, and I was like, you know what? No. You know, like, I don't know what I was thinking, because they know what happened to that baby and they know where she is. And that's why they're not heading that way or saying, oh my gosh, it could be my baby. You know what I mean? Because any other parent that's missing a kid and doesn't know where she is or what happened to her would absolutely be going crazy at that point, don't you think? Thank you so much, Miss PJ. Guys, hold on. My daughter's calling me. 1 second. But that's my thoughts on it. I wish more than anything it would be summer, and they would get their daughter back, and I would be wrong, and I would have to apologize to no end. I just froze, didn't I? But I just don't think it's her, guys. Okay, Crafting with Amanda. I see so many of you haven't watched any of that. It's such a good trial. Okay, it's such a good trial. And the verdict came out today. I'll go ahead and say, because obviously it's going to be all over YouTube, Melody Ferris was found guilty of all 3 charges that she was against. And I want to watch the trial with you guys and see what y'all think before I tell y'all what I think. Jax, without a doubt, they know. He's a mess. They're putting up the Christmas tree. Are you talking about your son? Yay, Anne-Marie, I'm so glad. Oh, that's okay, Funky. I was going to ask you, though. You don't think it looks like summer? PJ made a good point that he didn't even look. Right. So Dawn says, I didn't see the video, but then he says, it's not her. If you didn't see the video and she could be out there, and you know that she potentially could have been kidnapped and could be out there, because that was a theory, she was kidnapped, then it could absolutely be her, right? Why am I freezing up like that, guys? You didn't see the video? I'm going to play it. I know. Wanted it to be her so much. And that little girl does need help. I'm about to play it for y'all. Hey, Melanie. How are you, beautiful? Hey, Nana for Life. What do you think about that video? At first glance, I didn't think it looked like her, but I don't really know much as most on the summer case. Well, I mean, you have eyeballs. Oh, thank you all saying. At least people are still thinking of summer. That's right. Hey, Ryan. Can I kick it? The trial was, I think, 17 days long. It was pretty long, but it was really good. It looks like a younger summer. Hey, Gunnersville Girl Wood, how are you? I've missed you. Okay, let me find the video and we'll play it. What was her name, guys? I can't remember her name. I know Jinky said it. Was it deleted? I'll just go to Jinky's and play hers. You don't think Summer either? Melanie, did you call into Dolly's? Were you one of the ones that said you were fighting tornadoes? Okay, guys, I'm going to gift more memberships since more of you are in here now, okay? You ready? Melanie, I'm sorry you're fighting tornadoes. That's terrifying. Yay, Pekingese Mama got one. Just Grammy. Melissa. Nikita. Jenny's Chaos and Crime. Whistle Down. Who's Whistle Down? Is it Whistle While You Lurk? No, that's another Okie. We are safe. I'm so glad you're safe. Thank goodness for that, Melanie. I'm so sorry y'all are going through tornadoes. Okay, let me get to Jinkies. I'm going to play her. I'm going to play her live from last night. Not the whole live, but just the TikTok part. Where is it? Why is it deleted, Jinkies? Why is it deleted? I'm gonna kick her. Hold on, guys. I can't see chat. I'm so excited that you guys have not watched the Melanie Ferris trial because, okay. I'm looking for the whistle down. Whispers of Window or Whispers of Widow? Was, huh? This is Salty Fry. Okay, we're going to use Salty Fries, guys. Yay, I know. I'm so glad you caught us. Hey, Kelly Sue, I've missed you. I saw your text. I'm glad you texted me. Hey, Black Cadillac. Long time no see. Okay, Jax Wolf. You better be working hard. It's a different whistle. That's what I thought. Jamie, how are you doing? Are you doing better? Oh, Funky, have fun with your family. Okay? Oh, Smiley story. Duh. Thank you, Villanova. Look on Smiley's. Tina, try this. I don't know if it's right. Bear with me. Brady, I messaged you all the links and they're in my description. Y'all, I don't know. Okay. We're going to do small. We're going to do salty fries, not small fries. Salty. So if y'all don't know the story, she tells it right here. So just bear with me. That's the little girl, y'all, right there. No, it doesn't look like her at all now that I'm looking at it on my actual laptop. It doesn't. I know everyone wishes it looked like summer. I mean, it was summer. I do. I wish. Oh my gosh, guys. Wouldn't that be just like a miracle? And I would apologize until the last day of my life to Dawn and Candace. But I just think they know. Okay, here.
Okay, here we go. Story time. I am so sorry that I posted those and didn't add more context. I didn't think that they would blow up or I would have as many responses as I have. I want to make it clear, I do not want to see any fighting in the comments. No fighting. I asked a simple question. Does she look like Summer? That's all. I mean, just opinions. Just give me an opinion without the rest. Okay, so the little girl and her mother came over to play with our dog, and it was getting kind of dark, and the mom just like had diarrhea of the mouth and told me that her little girl's never been in school, never been in. She doesn't have a social security card or a birth certificate for her. She has no documentation or proof that that's even her child. She is 47 years old, and she claims that Anna is 7. So Summer would be 8. She would have turned 8 in February. I've been looking at pictures. I've been trying to do side-by-sides, but the deal is that our neighbor found them on a curb.
Hey guys, hey
Mom
guys.
was crying, and she put them in a hotel room for 2 nights. Well, after that, she got contacted and said, our stay is up and we have nowhere to go. It was just the mom and the little girl. So she took them and let them stay in her house. And she had a contract, like you have to look for work. You have to try to get on a social security card and get her in school. And she had all these stipulations. Well, when she came over to my house, I had like just the hair on the back of my neck was just standing up because I felt like something was wrong. That one, either that's Summer, or two, like that is not her child. I mean, how come you can't get documentation to get her in school? Like all these red flags, they don't let her around technology, any kind of technology. What she was doing in that one is the man, he showed up. Okay, this is getting all over the place. The man shows up from like Missouri and says, and she's like, my boyfriend's in town for a couple of days. Can he come stay here? And the neighbor said, yeah, but he has to stay on the front porch. He can't like stay inside. Well, obviously it was daytime during when you guys saw the man in the house. That is not her father.
Hey, Lori,
that is her mom's on and off again boyfriend. And
so
after doing some digging, we found out he had 60 plus charges on his criminal history, just that we could find. So right when I told my neighbor about that, she gives me the login for her camera in her house while she tells them that it's time to go, because she found this and she started saying off all the charges. And those videos are when they started packing and trying to get out of the house, because they were told a sheriff is going to come and they didn't want that. After they left, I told the neighbor, my neighbor's young, she's 23. I told her, does she not look like Summer Wells? And she said, who's Summer Wells? And I said, oh my gosh, Google that. And she's like, oh my God, like I can see the resemblance. Like she does look like Summer. But she had no idea about Summer Wells. See, she's young. Like Summer went missing in 2021. So I go back over there and we call CPS in 2 different states. I don't want to tell exactly where I'm at right now, but we called in 2 different states, this state and the state that she said she's running from, which is a whole other story. If y'all have questions, I guess ask them, and then I can try to get back to y'all got as much as I can. So, gosh, this
would be 8 right now, NorCal. She would have turned 8 in February.
This obviously wasn't planned out.
Hey, Mr. Michigan.
I don't know if that's Summer.
Thank you, Brad.
I have a bad feeling.
Did I put
either way? She's probably not the woman's that you see, and I just don't think so. So yeah, we called the authorities in 2 different states. We called the sheriff here. We called they called the sheriff in the town next to us where they were left, and they're looking. CPS is on it in 2 different states. The footage we downloaded from her camera system so we could send it to CPS. So CPS has all the footage that I sent, that I put on TikTok. The sheriffs and CPS do. This was just a fluke deal. My neighbor was just trying to be nice and be a good Samaritan, and I guess she got crapped on and taken advantage of, and we're glad that they're gone, but we are worried about Anna. And we did make sure that the priorities were contacted. Anna. And I mean, in every which way. We got together, we've got case reference numbers, we've got everything. So we're hoping that they'll let us know if they find her.
Hey, Moonlight.
I don't know if they would or not, but if they do, like, I'm totally going to let you guys know what's up. Either maybe it is Summer, or she's a kidnapped little girl and she needs to be with people who love her. She needs to be in school, and she's never been enrolled. She's not homeschooled. It's totally red flags everywhere. I hope I kind of answered all the questions. I'm not sure. If you have any more, just ask and I'll
I don't know, Bella.
answer
Hold
to the
on.
best
I'll
of my
watch it
ability.
again.
It is also worth noting that the little girl has number 2 accidents in her underwear. The neighbors found several pairs under the trash can. Of course, she didn't want to get in trouble. But with that man around and sexual abuse and how that's tied with poopy accidents, I don't really think a 7-year-old should be having accidents like that.
Thank you, Bella.
Also, she could have been trying to deter her abuser, which I would assume that man's probably no good. So anyway, that is worth noting. There's some other stuff that I'm forgetting, like really key red flags, but I will try to let you guys know. Oh yeah, they call her stupid because she can't read.
Thank you.
Well, how do they expect her to read if she's never been in school? It's horrible.
Me too, Lena.
The video of the man spanking the little girl has since been deleted. Somebody reported.
I wish that they would have called the police before they told them to leave, just because no matter the circumstances of it, nothing to do with Summer Wells. This little girl could be, she deserves a lot more. She's not registered. She hasn't been going to school. I'm not going to fault the mom for not having a home, but for being with a dude that has 60 charges on him and putting his hands on that little girl, spanking her and stuff, those are all red flags to me. It has nothing to do with the mom struggling. It's the other circumstances surrounding it. So I wish that they would have, called the cops to just check in and ask questions before they got them to grab all their stuff and take off,
It. I'm going to try to answer the question on why nothing was done sooner before they left. And it's because the neighbor and I really didn't even know each other at all until now.
Yeah, some move
She
around.
came over, it raised alarm bells. I was trying to investigate, and the neighbor finally came over and talked to me. Anyway, I'm the one who found the charges. I know the man's name and the woman's name that the little girl is traveling with, and I did a background check and I sent it to her, and she immediately kicked him out. And like I said, she had no idea who Summer was. She saw that little girl and she wanted to help. And also, another thing worth noting, she was wearing size 2T clothes when my neighbor found her.
There's the mama. There's the little girl outside. That's the mama. 2T clothes. I didn't even hear that part. Holy cow. Dang it. I was trying to pause it on the... Hold on. There. Okay. Yeah, she's tiny, guys. She's tiny. Bombshell, these people on TikTok, they had... Her neighbor was a young, 23-year-old, I think she said, and she saw this mom and this little girl on the side of the road. They were homeless, and the mom was crying. So she put them in a hotel for, I think, 2 days, and then got a call that, their time was up and they didn't have anywhere to go. And she said, come stay with me, but she wrote this, kind of a contract saying, you still come stay with me, but you have to look for a job and you have to get this little girl's papers, because the little girl's mom had said that she didn't have any kind of documentation for the little girl proving that was even her daughter. The mom is 47 years old, and the little girl, she said, was 7, so she would have been 40 when she had her. She doesn't have her social security card. She doesn't have her birth certificate. But what I was thinking, guys, is why do I keep freezing up, y'all? It might work itself out in a minute. Just hang in there. Maybe she doesn't have that stuff because they, lost it because they are homeless. Maybe they live somewhere and it got lost. It got kept somewhere. Maybe she didn't mean she didn't have it as in they never owned that stuff. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I thought. But this little girl is way smaller than Summer would be. Summer's going to be 9 in February 26th, right? And this little girl's tiny. Let me show y'all this picture real quick, and then I'll see what else is on the rest of this video. Miss Chewy sent a still shot of the little girl. Y'all have me, Jax Wolf, y'all have me in some messenger group. Y'all need to add my Carson messenger because I didn't even know I was in that. Okay. So here is the little girl, guys, in the camera. She looks nothing like Summer to me, guys. Thank you, Jax. And it could be another missing kid. It could be a child that doesn't belong to her. Thank you, Lori, again. I think she does look similar. She should not be on TikTok. The cops should have been called, and they shouldn't be using this for, you know, even if they think things are wrong, they shouldn't have plastered it all over TikTok because it does look like she's in and she's not in a good, she could be in danger in some way. So them putting it on TikTok and adding Summer's name to it just doesn't feel right. I agree, Lori. That burns me up. What kind of child stupid? Some people might be angry. If boyfriend is on again, off again, he should never lay a hand on that little girl. I completely agree with you. I can't imagine how she could have gotten to that age without someone noticing her. Right? If they're on the road, they don't have a home. Come on. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? I think she looks like Summer. I wish the police would have got there first. If you guys watched Dolly earlier, I can play that too. What little Donnie said about it. You think Summer is a hoax or just or this little girl? Do you think she should have shared the video? No, I do not. Hey, Wicked West. Why would you tell someone that information is there? In which part, the real Rockin' Robin? I'm about to have to restart my computer. My other messenger. I can ask PJ. She knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, something's wrong. When I see her, I thought it might have been her. She looks older. You're in our little group chat. I don't. It is messed up, Mom, isn't it? First time I had hopes. I know. I really did have hope because when I watched it on Jeeky's, it looked more like Summer. I wasn't watching on my laptop with this big photo, and then Miss Chewy sent this one, and it looks a lot more clear. And I just don't think that's Summer at all. She is beautiful, though. Tiny, guys, if she wears a 2T and she's 7 years old. I'm good, Jonathan. Thank you for asking. This woman. So, Jax Wolf, I have two messengers. I have a Carson Page messenger. That's my personal messenger. I deleted Facebook when I started YouTube. I didn't want people seeing my whole family and stuff. And that's the messenger I stay on. I don't stay on my Dumpling messenger. So I was saying I didn't know that chat existed until I just now logged in. That's all. Is this woman taking in random homeless people's stories just weird? I mean, I could see her doing that, but still, why spread it all over TikTok immediately and say and put Summer's name with it? I don't know. It is weird. Summer has the little girl has the same eye as she. Look at her left eye. Like the droopy eye? Or I don't remember an eye issue. Tell us what you mean. I'm buffering. I need to start my laptop over. It's me this time. Is it okay to post video of minor children who have no valid reason to be exploited? These people are being victimized. I don't actually believe everything I hear. I agree, Kelly Sue. I don't think they should have plastered all over TikTok before an investigation happened. Could be another child in a bad situation. Right, that's what I'm saying. And then they just plaster her all over TikTok. But you can't be in a 2T, huh? I sent you a friend request. I don't have that Facebook anymore. I was talking about the mother saying no social security number, no birth certificate, not in school. Why would the mother tell all that? Right. Because if she didn't have all that for a reason, like this child being abducted by her and not being her real child or anything, she wouldn't tell that to anyone, right? So why did she tell that? Why did she tell that? Okay, so that's the Summer Wells thing. And let me see what the rest of this video says or shows.
Good morning, everybody.
This is her TikTok. Whispers of a widow. I wish that I could see the video of the man with her. And I'm going to play this one more time, the beginning. What was she doing here? Unplugged? Oh, you know what? Who was asking about the camera moving? Who was in here asking about the camera moving? It was Bella, wasn't it? So when I'm done with this, I'm restarting my computer real quick, guys. When you have a camera, a Ring camera, or I had another, like a cheaper camera from Amazon I used for my cats before, you can view it and you can move it on your phone as you're viewing it. Does that make sense? So I bet that's what she was doing. And this little girl looks like she's trying to unplug it. See? She's trying to unplug it or unplug something. It could be something that she had there that she was unplugging to take with them. You know, I'm not trying to jump to conclusions, but it's creepy, the little girl looking into the camera. Hey, OG Nanny. No, I don't think so either. Oh no, Jax, what you sent me? So the Facebook that's connected to that messenger, it is deactivated. I have a granddaughter that looks a lot like Harmony Montgomery. I'd be so mad if someone posted her picture. I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine looking at every child that looks like Summer Wells, Harmony Montgomery, any child that's missing, and posting them all over TikTok and being like, do y'all think this is her? And it's someone's child? Okay, hold on. Let me restart my computer and it'll quit buffering, y'all. This is driving me crazy. Hang on. Please hold. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I wish they would find Harmony. That case was really sad. Yeah. Let me get back to what I was showing y'all, guys. So her remains were never found, right? I can't remember. I do know that the details of Joseph just tooted, y'all. It wasn't me. The details of her dad carrying her around in a bag forever and then putting her in a cooler. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I know that's so bad. Putting her in a cooler in the hallway of his mother-in-law's place and then up in the ceiling. Oh my gosh, y'all. I know it's so bad. where are the remains after all that, and what's left, you know? So I know that's why I don't talk about it. I don't. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Yes, please hold. Only 3 minutes. We've been live for an hour. Guys, we got a super chat goal. I don't even know what I said it as. Okay, let me get back to this video. Okay, so here's the little girl one more time, and then we'll move on to the next. I don't know why she was watching the camera like that, though. That was strange. Like she was doing something wrong or trying to get the camera's attention. I don't know which one. Right there, walking up to the camera, she looked like she wanted help. She wanted attention, you know? And here's where people say the mom intentionally, like, ran over the child or pushed her out of the way. I think the way she moved the bag up and, like, moved her arms afterwards, just her body language, I think that she intentionally kind of had an attitude with the little girl pushing her out of the way. Move. She said move. And it seems like she was a little bit angry and taking it out on the little girl. We just don't know what this baby's going through, and then having that her personal life all over TikTok, it kind of sucks. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Okay, so there's where she tells the story. Miss PJ, what did you want to link to? This video, if you look up here, I have the link right here. If you're still in here, Miss PJ, it won't let me click on my own live. This is annoying. It's Salty Fries is what the channel link is called. Or Salty Fry. Excuse me. Salty Fry. Okay. So the next thing. No matter the situation, the child needs to be at school. Yes, absolutely. 7 years old and Crystal carrying her under the stroller ride. Oh my gosh. Shoot me a friend request from the other page. I have you as my friend, you silly goose. I only have the Dumpling Facebook active. My other one, my Carson Page Facebook, is deactivated. So you're on my friends. I just still have that messenger activated and use it for everyone, my family and everyone. And the only time I log into my Dumpling Messenger is when I'm live on here, usually. Okay, I'm going to show y'all when they called the verdict out for Melody. Why do I keep forgetting her last name? Ferris. And this is the trial I want to go over, guys. The whole trial. How are you, Kathy Blanks? You doing okay? Oh, here we go. Doing better, mending hot. It was 2 surgeries. Wow. You had 2 surgeries? Tutti Frutti, member for 17 months. Thank you so much, Tootie. 17 months. That's crazy. I love you, Tootie. Gotta jump off, do family dinner with my daughter and family. Olive Garden, yay! Have fun, Ruby Joy. Thank you so much for posting all the links and being here. I hope you have a lot of fun with family. People, be careful when you go into other people's houses. You may be under surveillance. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Thank you, Bill, so much for the super chat. Hey, Peak Lotus, how are you? I got sucked in by a vortex. What did you do? Thank you, Jennifer. I had a brain fart. I don't know that case. Well, Wicked West, we're going to go through the whole trial because it went on for like 17 days, I think 16 or 17 days, and it was so interesting, the whole trial. Well, the last 3 days I watched because I wanted to see what we were getting into. But hey, T-Bell, I'm glad you're here too. You had me all confused and agitated. I'm sorry, Jax. Yes. Isn't that awful? Did you watch the trial? Because we're going to go over the whole trial from trial day 1. Prayers for all the babies. Remember, for 6 months. Prayers for all the babies. You're right. And thank you so much, Wicked West, for being here with me. Impossible to burn a human corpse. Jim, so it's pretty horrendous. Like her son, they were all looking for him, right? And they say it wasn't like uncommon for him to take off and go somewhere. So they were walking around the property looking for him because they found his car was still there, his keys, his wallet, everything. And the mom had a fire going on, like in the fire pit. And the guy was standing there, one of the sons that lived there over the barn, kind of like a garage apartment, but it was a barn on their property. And he had his brother there his brother came with his kids to help look for their father. And he looked at his brother and said, "Get the kids out of here now. I think he's in the burn pile." And he apparently had saw like his hand in the burn pit. So I don't know if the mom was just there trying to burn his body for like 24 hours. I think they said the fire was going on. We'll have to go through the whole trial. It is crazy. Hey, Pac-Man. What'd you find? I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the medical term for one of your pupils being bigger than the other. Okay. I get you now. I'm still lagging. My dang Wi-Fi, y'all. Hey, Penny Riddle. I see you. I see you now. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so when did you have surgeries, Kathy? Mo, y'all should hear all my names. See, I just saw myself freeze again. Y'all should hear all of my different names. Promise they're not just dumpling. Okay, watch this when Melody Ferris got the verdict called out. And this will kind of maybe get y'all geared up a little bit to start the trial from day 1. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Wednesday.
All right, I understand we have a verdict. I know we have lots of folks that are interested in the outcome of this case here. I've also heard at least 6 Amber Alerts while I was in the back buzzing in here. So if that happens, I'll just ignore it and pretend I didn't hear it. I want everyone to just understand that the jury's been working diligently on this case for the last 4 weeks of trial and for the last several days of deliberation. I don't want any outbursts one way or the other. If you don't think you'll be able to restrain yourself one way or the other, then you need to step out. All right, anything else we need to take up before we bring this in? All right, we have our 2 alternates. All right, go ahead and bring them. Well, we have 4, but only two are coming.
That's her, though, guys. That's Melody Ferris, the one that supposedly.
Michael, did you notice? I couldn't even get it out of my mouth, and you said it before I did. First thing I noticed.
She's supposedly unalived and put her husband's body in the burn pile in their yard. I don't know what I think yet, guys. I'm not going to say my theory until we all watch the whole trial together, though.
And as a result,
so we know they're in the courtroom. Would
Okay, hold on. I have to say this is Court TV. We're playing it under Fair Use Act. I'm going to share their link in chat. It's being played with commentary just to cover my tail. I'm about to put their link in chat.
All right, sir, as foreman, I'm going to have you stand and publish your verdict. You can do that just by saying, "We, the jury," and then to each count, say, "We find the defendant guilty or not guilty" as to each count.
All right. We, the jury, as to the count of 5, we find the defendant guilty. We, the jury,
We don't play.
as to count 4, find the defendant guilty. We, the jury, as to count 3, we find the defendant guilty. We, the jury, as to count 2, find the defendant guilty. And we, the jury, as to count 1, find the defendant guilty.
All right, we'll hand it back to the bailiff. Madam Bailiff, you can show it to counsel. All right, anything y'all want to take up?
Oh, we would ask you to poll the jury.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the defense has asked that you be polled. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. We're going to run through each one of you. If you still remember your original jury number, if you don't, we'll give you some prompting. But if you'll stand up, we will then ask.
Okay, it says that, Lena, it says after 3 days and more than 10 hours, the jury will resume deliberations Monday. So I guess it took 3 days and more than 10 hours for the deliberations.
All right, ma'am. Is that your verdict?
Yes, sir.
Was that your verdict in the jury room?
Yes, sir.
Was the verdict agreed to by you?
Yes, sir.
And is it still your verdict?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can be seated.
number 7?
All right, sir, was that your verdict in the jury room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the verdict agreed to by you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it still your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, next.
Number 14?
All right, ma'am, was that your verdict in the jury room?
Yes.
Was the verdict agreed to by you?
Yes.
And is it still your verdict?
Yes.
All right, you may be seated.
Number 28?
All right, sir, was that your verdict in the jury room?
Yes.
Was the verdict agreed to by you?
Yes.
And is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 40?
That's me.
All right. Sir, was that your verdict in the jury room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the verdict agreed to by you?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
is that still your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Number 41?
See, guys, why I think this is such an interesting trial to go through. It says the body was severely burned, and when someone burns a body, it's going to remove all the evidence that might have been in the body, and so it does pose challenges. And there is other evidence that needs to be collected. I will say that a .38 caliber bullet was removed from the remains. That's one of the ways we knew he had been shot. So there was a bullet in his ribs and a bullet found in his, I think in his like his study. I'm trying to find the actual charges. I know someone said, should we know the charges? Yes, we should. What were the 3 charges? They were, it says they deliberated for more than 15 hours, and she was found guilty on the charges of malice murder, felony murder. Oh, wow, more than 3 charges. Aggravated assault, concealing the death of another, and the death of her husband, Gary Ferris. So, malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and concealing the death of another. 4 charges. That's crazy. That's the second person we have seen get charged with malice murder and felony murder. Who was Leilani? Georgia is a death penalty state. Was it a capital? Was it a capital murder though? because I know that Leilani couldn't get charged with the death penalty. I mean, couldn't get, I guess it would be charged with the death penalty because it wasn't a capital murder trial. Yeah, they took her back right then. They took her back right then. Yes, congratulations on a new grandbaby. Oh, she covered her mouth. She looked like, I thought she was going to get sick. I didn't see her taking off her jewelry. I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. Stop it. I'm telling me to stop it, not y'all. I heard a phone call she was recorded on. Oh, I missed you, Kathy. I'm so glad you're doing so much better. This was in Georgia. This is in Georgia too, in Stitches. A Cherokee County woman. Hold on, let me look for this. So I had watched, I told y'all, the last like 3 days of the whole trial because I wanted to see what, like, if it would be interesting enough to go through the whole thing with you guys, the whole, from day one, the trial days. And I heard those calls too. And I don't know, Wicked West. I don't know if I believe that she did it alone. I don't know if I believe that the son helped her or the son did it himself. I don't know what I believe. That's why I need to watch starting from day one with you guys. Either way, if I end up not believing she did it, she's been charged, and that's really sad. If she didn't do it. But her son, guys, did some really, really questioning stuff and said some really questioning stuff, and it really, really made me like, it made me stop and think. Hold on, here it is. It says, Melanie Ferris's, the D word, I don't want to say that, phone call before her husband was found in the bird pile. And this is an hour long, so when did the phone call start? We'll watch this before we go over to what I want to show y'all that 𝚐𝚐 had sent me about JP Miller.
He's in the burn pile, and I said,
Y'all hold on, I'm gonna find the part where they play the phone call.
do not say another word and do not tell me anything. I do not need to know. Those were your words to law enforcement in July the 24th of 2000. Times after telling the of you saying I was scared.
And that's when it was. So it would have been after that.
Y'all, is that what she looked like when she went into jail the first time? Look at her. Look how different she looks now. Wasn't it like 5 years ago when this happened? I'm about to Google that. Hold on.
You agree that you gave
To discuss former public defender
inclination.
husband Gary, and prosecutors allege that she.
There's her husband, guys. Let me see if it says in the description the times. They usually tell the times. Like, put a list of what happened when. Oh, they didn't do it on this one. Okay, I'll just have to keep listening for the phone call then.
Barris is accused of killing.
Right.
It's clear these two people really do.
And experts to weigh in as a.
And this is her lover, guys, Rusty. That was her lover. And her husband had a lover. Well, he had a secretary. I don't know if I should be telling you all this before we go through it. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Pac-Man, you think so? Hey, $1 million man. Yes, rest in peace, Gary Ferris. It's so stinking sad. His picture breaks my heart. But he had a secretary that he had for like 30 years. Yeah, a lover, a secret lover, okay? And he had relations with this woman a few times when they drank too much. She goes on stand, guys, and you'll hear the story. And then he also had a little situation where he was trying to get another woman's number and a date with her while he was still married to her. But all the stuff that was going on between them and them living together but separately, you can't really, make an opinion until you hear the whole thing. Did they get any ballistics or residue on her that may have an impact on dissonancy? I don't know. That's why I got to watch the whole trial. Why am I skipping so much? Probably got her for abuse of a course. Well, why do these people never cry? I think she cried at the very end of it. Let me find this phone call, y'all.
That she had some questions for you. That she was, she said she had no to eat. She had whatever, and they had actually
Is this the phone call between them? I think it is.
Did you think I wouldn't?
I was afraid.
Pinocchio was singing loud today.
Yeah. Yeah. Still the chess game.
Very much so.
Uh-huh.
But please call Amanda and explain to her. Because she said she had some questions for you. That she was, she said she had no to eat. She had slept. She had what?
Okay, I don't think that's the phone call right before he was found in the burn pile, though. I'm looking for the one where she calls him, and it's really shady, y'all.
Nothing happens, then it don't matter. Oh, okay. Or back at me when you can.
Well, this phone call is 15 minutes. So.
Okay, so that's why she's in. Hold on, guys. I'm about to go restart my Wi-Fi. This is driving me crazy. I want to hear the shady phone call with Rusty the lover. Is this it?
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of people up here that wouldn't have reminded me of that.
It happened after, and she told me it.
All right, y'all listen to his testimony for a second. I'm going to start my Wi-Fi, so it might pause for a second, but it'll come right back.
You remember saying it could have been July 9th?
I do not know what day it was.
Well, looking at the calendar on the floor there, July 2018, you talked to the the sheriff's office with the TBI on July 10th of 2018. You agree with that, right?
Yes.
And then you talked to him again on July 24th of 2018. You agree with that, correct?
Yes.
And on July 24th, 2018,
Okay, we're back. What is she writing? He has a deep voice. Rusty has a deep voice. Yes, he does. He's like an old country farming guy. And you know how, Jax, you watched 𝚘𝚘 with Dolly. Did you watch 𝚘𝚘's trial? They are constantly writing stuff.
I do not know the date.
They're constantly writing. Your little new grandson, his name's Nico. That was going to be Shanann Watts' little boy's name. He's 9 pounds, 22 inches. 9 pounds, a big boy. Congratulations, Kathy. If it was premeditated, she could face the death penalty. Oh, do you think she's going to? Her sentencing is going to be in December. I think they already told the date, actually. She was doodling. I think so, too. I don't think she was saying anything significant, except for when someone would say, for instance, Danny would say, I called and asked if the babysitter had seen Quentin that day, and she wrote, no, I did, because right after that, her lawyer gets up and says, could you be mistaken that it was Danny that called and not it wasn't Danny and it was 𝚘𝚘, because I don't know, it was obvious, but all she was doing was telling her lawyers that they were lying. 𝚘𝚘, I mean, she speaks for herself. It speaks, she's a liar. Hold on, I'm going to play this while I find the right phone call, guys. Y'all have got to hear it right before that he's found in the burn pile.
Right. But I do know that it happened after Detective Hayes and Sergeant Pope had been up, because after they left, I went to Martha's house, and that's when it was. So it would have been after that.
After the defendant was arrested, you had an opportunity to talk with her while she was in the jail, right?
I did.
And you were able to listen to some jail calls that I had to confirm that was you on the jail calls. Is that right?
That's right.
It was you talking. Is that correct? It was you talking. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And they were fair and accurate recordings of your conversations with her while she had been arrested in this case. Is that right?
Yes.
Being here in Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, right?
I'm assuming so.
At the jail here in the county. And some of those times that she was in the jail, you talked to her about meeting and talking with Amanda and Chad. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you would actually check on Melody, ask her questions, or she would tell you stuff, and then you would go and talk to Amanda and Chad about things. Is that right?
I'm assuming yes.
And one of those meetings.
Okay, hang on. Here's one with her. Let's listen to this phone call.
Discovered evidence.
So this was on day 11 of the trial, and they had brought in a phone call into evidence, which is a phone call between Captain Hands and Martha Jane, which is Rusty's stepmother, and which is also Melody's second cousin. Apparently, Martha Jane was super close to Melody and truly loved her and cared for her throughout her whole life.
Last week, the state informed the defense as quickly as possible of this evidence. We also informed the court of the evidence, and the state is now moving to admit that evidence for trial.
Hey, Corey Cornbread. I added you on Facebook. I accepted your friend request.
As witnesses, Captain Hands was already under subpoena. We have now confirmed.
Hold on, baby. I said on 𝚘𝚘's trial, did you watch where she was doodling the whole time, telling her attorneys that the people on stand were lying each time they said something? Did you watch her doing that? Because she was doodling as much as Melody here.
Is under level out of state subpoena. She's in Tennessee. And at this point, we can call a witness if you would like to hear more foundation.
Right.
Captain in hands, state calls Captain in hands. And by please reserve 2000 at my one.
Oklahoma, Tennessee.
How are you, ma'am? Have you skipped the phone number?
Well, I got a heavy heart.
Okay.
I'm sure you're very aware of the case of 𝚤𝚠 that's going on right now.
I am.
I've seen it on Court TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the person that she was coming to stay with in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And did her mother and I were first cousins.
I think I
Her
remember
mother
your
was
name.
pardon?
I think I remember your name coming up.
Well, it's been brought up in the trial too.
Yeah.
Well, Detective Polk and Hayes came to my house along earlier the TBI came. They never asked me if we had any guns. Rusty Martin, that testified yesterday, the day before, is my stepson. My husband died 10 years ago. But he and I have had a close relation. He's been very good to me, offering to do things for me. And he's the one that had a relationship with Melody.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Guys, I really want the phone call that they played with Melody talking to Rusty. Apparently, Rusty was the one who turned her in. I wish Funky was here. I would show the painting I was working on the other night.
they never asked me if we had any guns.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was very strange because my husband was a hunter and we had a very large gun safe in the garage because, but of course, they were never out. This may be long.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't go around the bush to tell this. But anyway, I think in 1979, we built in 78. I think it was in 1979 for Christmas that year. My husband gave me a 38 Snow Nose special. I never shot the gun. Roy went hunting. I never paid any attention to his guns. In fact, when we married, I was absolutely terrified of guns. And I guess I got over that a little bit, but never to the point of handling them and doing anything. When he gave me that gun, he gave me a $100 bill rolled up and put it in the cartridges. And he made a joke. And Rusty was here. It was at our family Christmas, and he gave it to me. Said if he hadn't given me the $100 bills, he'd have never gotten away with giving me a gun. It was put in a drawer, different places. I never used for their safe. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay. If it were a purse or shit. The 357 Magnum, my husband was sick and at home when Melody came up to help us take me to.
I'll tell y'all the point of this. She's thinking that she took that pew and that's what she used for her, you know, to unalive Gary. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's what that phone call is. I'm going to show y'all these two shorts. They're like a few seconds long about Melody, and then we'll move on to JP, okay? I just want to show y'all a little bit of why I think it's going to be so interesting to watch the whole trial, okay? Here, listen to this.
I mean, he's on the burn pile.
And this is Rusty, the guy she was having an affair with on stand that y'all saw that had the deep voice. If it will play. Hang on. Why'd you...
2 steps forward. I remember you telling me he's on the burn pile.
Mm-hmm.
Were you lying about Scott? You think like that? And I don't. You tell me what happened.
Scott is the son who lives with them.
I can tell you that there should not have been as much damage as there was done. I don't know what that means. That body should not have been burned up.
I remember you telling me he's on the burn pile.
So there is that short. So apparently she did confess to that dude, Rusty. You like hit button? Well, you just talked backwards and confused me. You liked Martha Jane? Her heart's broken, isn't it? Hey, Penny Riddle. We saw you on your other account, too. Y'all give my Wi-Fi a minute to work itself out. Leilani was probably writing, I want my snacks, or can I get my colored pencils and crayons back on break? I gotta pee. Absolutely agree with that. Gotta read my granddaughter a story. Oh, Wicked West. I know, Brady. I know, guys. It's the time for most of you to get all the house chores done before bed and everything. I just wanted to come on a little bit earlier so that I could see the people that aren't the night owls like we normally are. Lusty Rusty. Lusty Rusty. Miss Chewy watched this whole trial, y'all. All right, so here is the son. This is Scott, right, Miss PJ? Miss Chewy. This is Scott. This is him explaining. Okay, this is him describing, rather, what it was like to see what he saw in the bird Bible.
And then
I'm gonna start it over.
I walked down there, and then my brother had a stick in his hand.
Okay, this isn't Scott. My bad. His brother's the one that had the stick in his hand. Oh, Brady, you're figuring out how to post the links. Oh, tell Goosey good night, sweet dreams. Chris, okay. Chris, gotcha. Listen to what Chris says.
And I walked up there and I looked at the burn pile
and this guy,
at the time.
Hold on. This is kind of why I think that Scott knew what was
I
going
walked
on
down there, and then my brother had a stick in his hand.
He lived there.
And I walked up there and I looked at the burn pile at the time, what was about to happen. I mean, I had no inkling that this was even possible. And my brother, this is really hard for me to talk about. My brother looked up at me and he said, "You need to get those kids out of here. I'm calling 911 right now." My brother said something to me like, "I think there's human remains on the burn pile." And so I got an RTV. I had to go back down there. I walked down there.
Okay, he didn't say the hand part, guys, but it's going to be there in the trial when we start it. I think we're going to start that tomorrow. Hey, Pat Gaines, how are you, beautiful love? Thank you, Brady, for posting those links. You can get your housework done. I won't complain, I promise. Where were you, Brady? I'm just kidding. Okay, we're going to start that trial hopefully tomorrow. I have to be more disciplined, guys. Even though I love you all so much, I avoid people. I kind of hide. Okay? I kind of hide because if I start feeling depressed or anything like that, dang it, stop it. Before I go to JP Miller, let's watch about Peanut the squirrel, guys. This broke my stinking heart. I hate this so much because if you guys have known me for a while, you know that oh no, guys, Huntress says she's watching, but she has had a migraine and no sleep. So y'all pray for Huntress. She has her babies, I'm pretty sure, all alone this week. So, I had a squirrel. I helped my friend with squirrel rescues, and I named her Lily. I fed her and took care of her and nursed her back to health. And when we went to release her, why am I freezing again? She stayed in the tree for 24 hours and cried. And I'll show y'all a picture of Lily in the tree crying. And after 24 hours, I called my friend and I told her what was happening. And I said, I can't leave her anymore. I've got to go get her. Like, she said she is too used to you taking care of her, and she will not be able to live by herself. So I went out there and I had a piece of corn, guys, and I was trying to call her down. I didn't even need that piece of corn. She came right back to me. She just wanted me. She wanted to go back into her house. So we had that squirrel for, why is it not pulling up? We had that squirrel for about 5 years after that. And then she passed away. And that's, so when you are a wildlife rehabilitator, okay, have a good rest of the night at work, Jax. When you are a wildlife rehabilitator, you're not allowed to keep the animals, even if they are non-releasable. And guys, there are so many reasons squirrels can become non-releasable. There are their teeth. They won't be able to. These are just a few examples. The teeth, they will not be able to grind them down on their own, and they will grow. And when they grow too long, they actually puncture upwards. They will puncture their brains, and they will die. So if they can't trim their teeth naturally, they are non-releasable. They can't live on their own. You have to keep that squirrel, and you have to trim their teeth for them. That's just one example I remember my friend telling me about. So as a wildlife rescuer, you're not allowed to keep any of these animals, even if they're deemed non-releasable. And if you do keep one and someone reports you, they will come take that baby out of your home where it's safe, being fed, living a life that is completely fulfilled. Even if people say, they're wild animals, they don't belong in the house, no, that's their life though. Like, you would rather that animal be taken out of the home and put to sleep. But that's what happened with Peanut the squirrel. Someone called it in, complained over and over until they went and took the squirrel, Peanut the squirrel, and put him down. Took him out of his home and put him down. And that makes me so freaking mad, because I had a squirrel like that. And if they would have took my baby and put her down, that's Lily, okay? That's Lily sitting up in the tree crying. Like, truly making noises, crying for 24 hours, okay? And I called Toby and I said, I can't do it anymore. I got to go get her. And here's me. I didn't even need the corn. And she just came right to me. I'm reaching for her. She comes right to me. And then as soon as we get inside, this is her back home on Mama's head, where she feels safe and happy. And Peanut the squirrel was the same exact story. So we're going to watch about Peanut the squirrel, because I heard Dolly talking about it. And if you don't know about Peanut the squirrel, it's all over YouTube. It's a huge story, and it's so freaking sad because that dude loved Peanut, and they took him.
Outrage is growing
and put him down.
After New York State authorities euthanized a local squirrel who became a social media star. As we first reported on Wednesday, the Department of Environmental Conservation seized Peanut the squirrel and a raccoon named Fred during an armed raid at Peanut's Freedom Farm in Pine City. This story made national headlines and is still today. Today we learned both animals were put down, and we learned that the Chemung County Health Department was also involved in this. Our 18 News investigative reporter Nick Dabina is here with more, including the emotional reaction from Peanut's owner. Nick.
Hey, Jim. Well, before publishing this story, we called Peanut's owner to ask if he had received any updates on Peanut's fate 2 days after the raid. Mark Longo said nobody told him his animals were put down. Now, we first reported on Peanut last year when Longo started Peanut's Freedom Farm in Pine City after rescuing Peanut 7 years ago.
Look at that baby.
Longo said he found Peanut after his mother was hit by a car. He rehabbed Peanut and tried to release him into his backyard, but Peanut never developed the instincts to survive outside. Longo then let Peanut live inside of his home. Peanut racked up a combined 3 million followers on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Yesterday, Longo told us he was working on the necessary paperwork to legally own Peanut as an educational animal. He says, though, he was blindsided Wednesday morning when DEC agents served a search warrant at his home and took away Peanut. They also took away Fred the raccoon. The statement released to the media says, the Chemung County Department of Health and the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation are coordinating to ensure the protection of public health related to the illegal possession of wild animals that have the potential.
So there's a little bit of it, guys. Just type in Peanut the squirrel, or what was the raccoon's name? Sorry, guys, my heart sets on the squirrel because that was the exact situation with Lily. She didn't want to be outside. You know, she was used to being taken care of. And it just makes me sick. Oh my gosh, Miss Chewy. Stop. Do they really? The people, I don't know who you said. Who's Longo? Is it that dude talking? Frank the raccoon, is that the one they were talking about? He also owned Frank the raccoon, or someone else owned Frank? Because I don't know. Fred the raccoon. I don't know if he owned Fred also. I think they said that they opened up like an animal sanctuary after, you know, they decided to keep Peanut. If I heard Dolly correctly. And if so, they might have had Fred the raccoon. And they might have taken him away too. Whoever had Fred the raccoon got taken away, and the raccoon got put to sleep too. And they will do that. No, that's okay, Lena. I didn't even know the name. But that's what I'm saying, Pat Gaines. Any animal that is deemed a wild animal, even if you have a license to be a wildlife rehabilitator, they will come take that animal. You are not allowed to keep it. Isn't that awful? I understand the worries of public safety, but if you guys look up, oh my gosh, see, like 2 years ago, rescued squirrel and dad do everything together. That video, I'd watched that long ago. And it was so sweet, y'all. Him and that squirrel had the most beautiful bond. Right here, it says Trump is not happy about the beloved online squirrel's life. Oh. And right here, it breaks my freaking heart. His wife's sitting here crying her eyes out because the squirrel they loved. It's just like having a cat or dog, and I'll tell you that because I had Lily, and I know, was ripped from their arms and taken away just to put to sleep. Be put to sleep. That's so freaking sad. It makes me sad. Seeing his wife cry makes me want to cry in that clip. So if you guys get bored or want to know more about it, just type in Peanut the squirrel, and it's heartbreaking. It makes me mad. So, what I want to talk about, JP Miller. You guys know about Micah. I don't know what y'all's opinion is about what happened with her. My ending opinion after going through it all and thinking really hard on it and making a whole video and covering it for 3 hours. It was that my ending conclusion to it was she did unalive herself, but she was absolutely pushed to it and driven insane. Brunette, hey, Wyndham Wim. Yeah, it's kind of red though. It's kind of red. Hey, Aussie True Crime. The outrage over the it just makes me sick. I know. Hey, God is love. Peanut's Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary. So they did start a sanctuary. No, people are maddened over Fred the raccoon too. They are. But is it the same people that had Fred the raccoon, guys? Peanut's owners are OnlyFans stars. Well, they're beautiful. They're a beautiful couple. ⴜ been a member for 12 whole months. Thank you so much, ⴜ. You're amazing. I hope you're doing better. I know you said you haven't been on here because of stuff going on. I hope everything's going better. I've missed you. Thank you so much for the support. Who? Do you know Micah Miller, God is Love? Micah Miller? I did a whole live on Micah Miller. Here, I'll show you a picture if you don't know who she is. JP Miller was her husband, and what I was saying is by the time I got through going through all of it myself and doing lives about it and doing my investigation of the situation, my personal investigation, I came to the conclusion that she did unalive herself, but she was absolutely pushed to it by being driven absolutely crazy by JP Miller and the horrible, terrifying, disgusting things he made her do and made her think about herself. And then ⴤ sent me a video. This is Micah Miller, and this is JP. Do they look familiar to you, God is Love? And it got me thinking. Again, guys, it got me thinking. The stuff he said. What's his name? Robbie Harvey. Not Guy Harvey, that's a brand. Robbie Harvey. I don't know if any of you know who that is. I'm going to share his link in chat, and I'm going to play this under fair use with commentary. I'm going to stop it and say, I have to stop it and tell my thoughts, guys. But if you guys don't watch him, he covers JP Miller very thoroughly, it looks like. And this is one of the first videos I watched of his that ⴤ had sent. And I'm glad he sent that because apparently his coverage of JP Miller and this what happened to Micah is what opened the investigation of not of what happened to Micah Miller, but of open an investigation of JP Miller. Okay. That's just what I've gotten out of things I've heard. And also JP Miller apparently calls him, is like very angry that he's covering it and doing these lives and pointing him out. Oh, my sweet Estills. Hey, love bug. I hope you're doing good. Okay, you know who? Okay. We look like sisters. Oh, I hope Huntress feels better, guys. I feel bad. She has a migraine. I hate that. But no, Lena. I'm jumping around crazily, but no. I completely am just as outraged about the poor precious raccoon too. Don't get me wrong. That is just as sickening and awful. No. But the point is, their little lives got taken when they were happy and healthy. CJ has been on this case since day one also. Yeah, he was also like he was on scene a lot lately, huh? He's been on scene. Justice for Micah, yes. And Brady is really passionate about Micah Miller. But anyways, apparently JP will like prank call this dude and his wife, y'all. And he hates the attention that this guy has brought to him. And Micah Miller's father was in his chat during this video. And I'm going to play it for you guys. And y'all will see. So let's just listen to what he has to say. It really got me thinking again about what really happened. I'm not going to say until I let y'all hear, but let's just watch a little bit of it.
Hit that share button. I had plans to cover another story today. We'll do that later this week. But then these videos keep bothering me. They came out last week with other things coming out. I covered that stuff first. And I was like, no, I got to make sure everyone sees these videos. Because I want to give a fair shot that Micah was mentally unstable. You know what I mean? So we got to give that fair shot that Micah was mentally unstable. I'm going to show you the evidence, as I showed yesterday, the medical documents. And then I'm going to show you the video evidence. The video evidence, Micah was mentally unstable. Let me be honest. If this is video evidence that Micah was mentally unstable, then we're all in trouble. If this is video evidence that you are mentally unstable and you live, we have found the standard in South Carolina.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit to get to
some key things about the documents. Go watch yesterday's live.
to the point.
Also the documents, and so
because he said, "Oh."
Video number 1.
Okay, and guys, I have never seen this video. I've never seen this video. All Saints said this contains some videos that I've never seen, and I was like, holy cow, I've never seen that video either. I don't know if you guys have or not.
In this.
Joseph, all of his siblings hated him because he had a dream. That's my siblings. They threw me in a well. I didn't talk to my siblings for probably a year because Jeremy wouldn't let me because he said, oh, they're not nice to you. They don't speak highly of you, da-da-da. You're more successful. You've owned your own house at 19, da-da-da. Your mom, you were her favorite. You're your father's firstborn daughter. You've always been the favorite. They hate you for it. Basically, I was thrown in a well by my family. And my siblings convinced my parents that it was my own doing. It wasn't. So are you tracking with me so far? Has everything that I'm saying made sense so far? In a parallel to Joseph. Has it?
No.
How does that not make sense to you? I can explain it to a 2-year-old.
Because we weren't talking. What did you siblings? We weren't talking about that.
I know. Did you take your medicine already to go to bed?
No, listen, we weren't talking about
You
siblings.
said.
We're talking.
I like to know what medicine she's talking about for John Paul. Let's see those records.
We're talking about the toilet.
No, you said about it made me think of the robe getting kicked. He got kicked in jail. Oh, you were saying that I was explaining to you that everybody's happy for me and that.
And I want you guys to listen to how he laughs at her and makes her sound like a crazy person.
Okay. I didn't cut it off there. Okay. That's not me. I'm showing you the whole video. A couple things here. She mentions Jeremy, her first husband. She is trying to talk about the story of Joseph, where Joseph was banished by his brothers, 10 of them. And she's comparing her situation with her siblings to the story of Joseph in the Bible. No one is denying that Micah has had family problems with her sisters and her family. Dear Francis family, one day I'll tell you my family problems. Y'all ain't got nothing on mine. I'm closer to ex-wives than I am my own family. Let's just put it that way. We are to her husband. Hey, let's go.
He thinks was to them.
Okay.
And he's recording
Let's
her.
go to Exhibit B.
To them. I've never been able to sell a Latino a car because I was handicapped by a language barrier. He thinks that that's negative, that I'm starting to put those together overnight. He thinks that's a negative thing. He says, go ahead, double recording.
Wait, so you're saying that you learned how to speak Spanish in less than a week?
All right, doctor. He learned to play piano. He claims God taught him at the age of what?
You learned to speak sign
Overnight.
language
No,
too,
this
right?
is about you too. I can speak sign. Watch this. It's very shorthand. I'll say why, W, why don't you, and then I'll say you understand.
Speak Spanish. Say why don't you understand the Spanish?
I've already said that.
Say it over here.
Mocking her.
Ďetu comprehendo.
And you're saying in this past week you've learned how to speak 2 languages.
Yes.
In just 1 week.
Very, very broken. I'm still learning.
And you learned how to play the piano.
I learned to. Yes, you take the root note and you put the, like you just taught me, the 1st, the 5th, and the 8th. If you want to make it a major, that's the 1st.
And you solved world peace. Remember the night you solved world
Create
peace.
an app that when you speak text, you can click any language and it will translate as you speak, even sign.
Yes. Saying the
And you think none of that stuff is
answer.
abnormal, right? You think that's all normal?
Talking like a Minnie Mouse.
And I even wrote it on paper and I passed it for you because I respect your opinion
I
and I
love you,
want to
babe.
know if I'm.
Yes, he was.
Again, I didn't cut it off there. Mocking her, laughing at her. This coming from the man. Micah's not just saying that.
Y'all
JP has
listen to
said
what
this,
this-
that he
Guy
taught
has
him
to say about
piano
it.
in
He
one day.
makes a lot of
I'm not
sense.
saying that's not possible.
That's something that
I
I
think he's lying. That's my opinion. She's selling cars, okay? And she's running into Spanish-speaking customers, and she wants...
I'll tell you what, I really love what this guy says about it. I love his outlook on it. I love his thought process. I think he makes a lot of sense.
to know just the basics so she can help those customers. I confirm that Micah was taking Spanish, not courses, but
this is Robbie
lost my train of
Harvey.
thought. But she had a friend
Turtle
teaching
Gang?
her Spanish. I serve at a food bank. We get Spanish-speaking people come in all the time. I am learning the basics so I can pass them off to another person who speaks Spanish full-time. But sometimes that person's not there. So I want to know just the basics so I can let that person know what's going on and what they need to do. Here's one thing that I want everyone to know. According to almost every witness that I've spoken to, Micah was smarter than John Paul. Micah was smarter than John Paul. And they say, in their opinion, that drove them nuts. So here he is belittling her. Let's continue the Spanish-speaking argument.
Because I was upset about that you did something with the toilet.
No, I'm not mad at all. I just want you to not think I'm crazy because you taught
Okay,
me how to
listen
be
to
this
this
way.
I've never taught you, honey. This is not you.
You're not you.
Listen to him tell her that this is not you. This is weird, you know. You're behind. Why are you behind on stuff, Turtle Gang? Where you been? Are you okay? Hey, Melly. I've been going to sleep early this week, Melly. I missed your lives. It is wild, can I kick it? Just wait, listen to it.
You're not
Did
you.
your mom ever have episodes like this? Do you ever remember that?
She laid in bed for years. Years. She
Notice
laid
how
in bed
mad
and
she
we
got.
watched her literally wither away and gain weight and almost grow into her bed. She laid there that long. So yes, I have seen my mother fall very low. I've seen her go very high. She started selling timeshare at Blue Green just like me. She eventually phased out of it and now moved back to Kansas and lives with her parents. Yes, my parents do have bipolar episodes.
Do you think this is normal?
Yes.
I don't think it's something that everybody wants. I don't think everybody wants to help others. I don't think everybody has the ambition to make money. I don't think everybody has the ambition to hire people that they just bought a light from on 𝚬𝚏, feel so compassionately moved by their baby and that they would hire them to work at a church and buy them transportation. No, I don't think that is normal.
Now, that is very key. I want
But
you
it's a
guys
good
to listen to
thing.
what he just said,
And I think
or she just said. She's accusing John Paul of hiring a stranger and purchasing a vehicle for that person.
Because I was upset about it.
I don't think everybody has the ambition to hire people that they just...
So John Paul hired a person for the, to work at the church that he was a preacher at, bought him transportation, and you'll hear Robbie Harvey say he believes it's to try to have financial control over people because that's what JP thrived on. That's how he kept a hold of people. And he didn't do this, guys, with his own money, I'm sure. He couldn't afford to just go buy a vehicle for someone who was working for him. I'm sure he used that church's money, right? And she does look perfectly fine. She looks like she is a sane mind. She knows what the heck she's saying. She knows what she's trying to explain to him. And he's crying. He is freaking crying to make her think she's crazy. It blows my stinking... It makes me furious for this lady. But she knows I think she thinks that he's insane at this point. She's looking at him and she's trying to be patient with him. She's like, babe. I think it kind of scares her that he's crying. You know what I mean? She sees that he's insane. Emery, you still here listening? Grandkids visited back to back for a month, so doing family time. I'm tired. I bet you're tired. Are they gone now? I'm glad you had family time. He was recording her to try to find, yeah, I knew what you meant. He was always recording her to try to find the crazy moments, or the moments he can make it look crazy,
bought a light from on 𝚬𝚏, feel so compassionately moved by their baby and that they would hire them to work at a church and buy them transportation. No, I don't think that is normal.
It is not.
But it's a good thing. And I think God.
It is not.
And that piece of evidence is key. Because the accusations against John Paul Miller is he has financial control over many people. We'll know those details later. Trust me. And there's evidence of Micah speaking about it. Because let's say that person learned some things about John Paul Miller. Who's to say that John Paul says, if you go public with that, I'm going to take your car away?
See?
Think about it.
That's a good thought, isn't it?
By the way, again, if you live in South Carolina, this is the standard, you're in trouble.
You have to what and sleep? Lean.
And now,
Bratty,
here's a video.
this Robbie made
In my
me
opinion,
feel
that shows
better about
Micah
justice coming.
was not the one mentally unstable.
David was in the Old Testament.
It gets worse. Listen to him cry and try to make her
David was in the
think
Old
she's
Testament.
crazy.
Yeah,
Jesus is in the New Testament.
exactly.
David married Abigail.
David married Abigail, and Abigail had a son,
I don't know what his son's name
John the
was.
Baptist.
No, David John the Baptist in the New Testament.
She had a son. Not
Jonathan was Saul's son.
Jonathan is Saul's son. So Abigail gave birth to
I don't know.
the baby leaked.
No, baby. No.
She's trying to learn
Abigail,
about Jesus,
listen,
bro.
no, honey.
And he's
Samson
making her feel
Judges.
crazy.
Old Testament. And Samson and Jesus made each other leap.
No.
I mean, Samson and John the
We
Baptist
saying no,
made each other leap.
no, like she's a psycho.
And then later on, Jesus was born and they're cousins, correct?
Just talk to her. Talk to her.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense, man.
No. I'm just asking questions, honey.
I know, it's okay.
You read the Bible more than anyone I
I
know,
know, listen,
so that's why I'm
it's
asking
okay.
you.
Samson?
So she trusts her husband to give her the correct answers that she has about the Bible and about Jesus, and he's treating her like this to make her feel crazy.
Samson.
It's okay, like it doesn't matter. It's okay.
It does matter, honey. It's in the Bible. I just want to know. All right, I'll Google it myself. It's okay. I just think you're smarter
You
than
see,
me.
he starts crying, guys.
I'm just wondering, honey. I'm just wondering.
What are you wondering?
I'm just
You
wondering,
know, tell me
honey.
and I'll answer
Seriously.
it. Tell me and I'll answer the question. What is
I
it?
promise you, it's no relevance at all. I was just wondering.
I'll help you. Just tell me what you want to know.
I just picked up.
If Joseph treated me this way when I asked him questions about the Bible, I would not ask him for. I would feel like an idiot.
Abigail was Nabal's wife, and when he died, David married her. It has nothing to do with John the Baptist.
Who did they have a son? Is that
Listen, that
who is the son?
Praying good.
Abigail and David.
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it Ishmael?
Yeah, he knew what
No,
he
that
was
back in
doing.
Genesis.
No, it's the one where God cast Abigail.
I'm gonna be
and
quiet
her-
and let y'all listen.
No. And God promises to make a nation of them too, but Solomon is David's rightful heir and first son. But who?
Okay. And again, I don't cut it off there. They do. First of all, she knows more about the Bible than I do. I've been a Christian for many decades. I'm confused. Second of all, David is mentioned like it's over 1,100 times in the Bible, multiple times in the New Testament. John the Baptist, someone correct me if I'm wrong, John the Baptist alludes to David when he's talking about David. So it is easy to be confused by David, John the Baptist, all this. So easy.
It is very easy. The Bible's confusing. Her husband's a preacher. She can't ask him these questions.
To Micah.
Oh, I shouldn't
Micah
rewound
calls.
that. Y'all need to hear that
I'm going
part.
to play this clip one more time because I got something for you. Actually, no. I'm not. I am going to play this one more time. But I did something. I took portions of all the 911 calls of Micah. I took these videos It's a little bit long clip, but I'm doing this for a reason. I want you to listen to Micah. Listen to her voice. Listen to who she is. Listen to her cadence. Listen to Micah, because now those of us who never met her, we now have a picture of who she was, how she talked. Listen to Micah.
Okay, that's Diana. Hi, Diana. I'm needing somebody to go to my house, the house that I currently reside in. Me and my husband are separated, and since I was admitted to the hospital, I have been told that he's taken possession of my phone, laptop, and car, which are all in my name. How do I get a deputy out there to get those items surrendered over to be temporarily held until I get out of the hospital?
You want an officer to go to your home and temporarily hold your items?
My personal property, yeah, got very, very, very sensitive information of me on those items that I don't trust are not being used for against me, I guess you would say. Fort County Dispatch. Hi, I'd like to report a stolen notary.
There's a second call. That's her voice.
And what is your address?
Again.
I don't really have a current address right now. Me and my husband are going through a divorce.
Oh, he sure did.
But he still has possession of
Okay,
my
you're
car,
so considerate.
and he won't get the location of that either, but all of my public notary stuff is in it. My seal, all of it. Okay, what do you live at?
Now, guys, I knew Micah's voice by watching the videos we've watched before, her testimony while she was in Africa, all that. And then I knew her voice by listening to the 911 call when it happened at the national park. And hearing these 911 calls, separate 911 calls, same exact voice in both calls, and then her voice while he's recording her on the bed trying to ask him questions about, the Bible. These voices do not sound like that 911 call when at the national park, the last call. They just don't to me. And it got me freaking out a little bit and thinking harder,
What was your house at? My cold water circle. Fort County Dispatch. Hi, I was told by the officer I just spoke with to come to the Dunkin' Donuts at the back gate of Market Common in front of the neighborhood Walmart to meet him here to pick up a misplaced public notary seal. Hi, I have somebody who I believe to be in a manic state and is a direct
That's a third phone call.
in his household and himself and others.
All these times she had to call for help.
72-hour pickup that a spouse can initiate. I need to see a little quicker.
Someone does say something interesting. Those videos are of a young Micah, by the way. We know. So her voice changes. You're hearing the 911 calls of a 30-year-old Micah. We believe these
water, which is one word, cold water.
What just happened? Can y'all still hear me?
South Carolina,
Can y'all hear me? It is
one more time. He's my husband.
By the way, I want to remind everybody before we get to the videos. She was also, according to Micah, on steroids at this time, which affected her voice. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So,
Joseph, all of his siblings hated him.
Another thing I wanted to say is y'all heard her. Thank you, Ryan. Y'all heard her say he needs help. We got in an argument. He put his hands on me. We know for a fact, because I'm going to say a fact because I'm going to believe Micah over him, that he put his hands on her. There's Huntress. I told them you didn't feel good. Oh, where is Nicole? I'm going to message her. That's a good question. Where the heck is Nicole? Funky is not here. He wanted to talk about it too. Funky is putting up the Christmas tree with his family. But we're going to talk about it again. It's okay. And I asked everyone to please keep you in their prayers, and we love you.
Because he had a dream. That's my siblings. They threw me in a well. I didn't talk to my siblings for probably a year because Jeremy wouldn't let me because he said, oh, they're not nice to you. They don't speak highly of you. Da-da-da. You're more successful. You've owned your own house at 19. Da-da-da. Your mom, you were her favorite. You're your father's firstborn daughter. You've always been the favorite. They hate you for it. Basically, I was thrown in a well by my family. And my siblings convinced my parents that it was my own doing. It wasn't. So, are you tracking with me so far? Has everything that I'm saying made sense so far?
And I'm just replaying these so you hear her voice. We have a span of time.
How does that not make sense to you? I can explain it to a 2-year-old.
Because we weren't talking. How did you? What did you see?
See, I don't. She doesn't understand why he can't understand because she's making sense.
You said.
We're talking about.
Oh, tell Madison.
It's right after her surgery.
Tell Emmy and Madison I said hi.
This is
And I love getting
this
her
is allegedly when it all started.
All
Right here.
17.
Right here, this moment.
Got kicked in jail. Oh, you were saying that I was explaining to you that everybody's happy for me and that.
I hope your kid feels better too, Shane.
Should have blurred that part out right there. Blur.
Look, he stops it
Blur.
when it's convenient to stop it.
Blur off.
He thinks that that's negative, that I'm starting to put those together overnight. He thinks that's a negative thing. He says, go ahead, double record me.
I am. Wait, so you're saying that you don't have to speak Spanish?
There's no reason to record her, by the way. No reason.
To play piano, he claims God taught him.
Except for to make her feel stupid.
You don't speak some
Overnight.
language
No,
too,
this
right?
is about you two. I can speak some. Watch this. It's very shorthand. I'll say why, W, why don't you, and then I'll say you understand.
That
Speak
really
Spanish.
just
Say why
laughing
you
at her.
understand Spanish. Say
I've
that.
already said that.
Say it again over here.
Porque tu comprehendo.
And you're saying in this past
That doesn't give you a picture of how he treated her, the way he's laughing at her.
week, you've learned how to speak 2 languages.
For her to try and better herself at her job, to learn a language, to help more people, to make more money, to pay for her own surgeries
He is a
that
freak.
she didn't want to have.
Yes.
In just 1 week.
Very, very broken. I'm still learning.
And you learned how to play the piano.
I learned how to, yes, you take the root note and you put the, like you just taught me, the 1st, the 5th, and the 8th. If you want to make it a major, that's the 1st.
And you
the
solved
5th,
world
and the 8th.
peace. Remember the other night you
I
solved
did
world
create
peace.
an app that when you speak text, you can click any language and it will translate as you speak.
Are you still at work all saying?
I have somebody that's a graphic
And
artist.
you think none of that stuff is abnormal, right? You think that's all normal?
I think it's very beneficial, and I even wrote it on paper, and I passed it through you because I respect your opinion, and I
love you,
want
babe.
to know if I'm.
Because I was upset about that you did something with the toilet.
No, I'm not mad at all.
I mean, you
I
were.
just want you to not think I'm crazy because you taught me how to be this
I
way.
want
I've
you
never
to
told
not think I'm crazy. How sad.
I just want you to think I'm not crazy.
Honey, this is not you.
You're not you.
This is
You're
not you.
Did your mom ever have
That's
episodes
someone
like this?
trying to
You don't remember
convince
that.
you
She
something
laid in bed
about
for
yourself,
years.
guys.
Years.
That's a
She laid in bed and we
gaslighter.
watched her literally wither away and gain weight and almost grow into her bed. She laid there that long. So yes, I have seen my mother fall very low. I've seen her go very high. She started selling timeshare at Blue Green just like me. She eventually phased out of it and now moved back to Kansas and lives with her parents. Yes, my parents do have bipolar episodes.
Do you think this is normal?
I don't think it's something that everybody wants. I don't think everybody wants to help others.
And listen
I
how
don't
much
think
sense
everybody
she
has
makes,
ambition
guys.
to make
Again,
money.
I'm replaying
I don't
these
think
so you
everybody has
hear her.
ambition to hire people that they just bought a light from
All
on
in one
lecco,
video.
feel so compassionately moved by their baby
If-
and that they would hire them to work at a church and buy them transportation. No, I don't think that is normal.
Yay, I'm glad you're home now off work. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Listen, if we can listen to her and make sense of it and think that she's making actual sense like a normal human, why can't he? Why does he have to sit there and make her think she's a psycho for, and start crying to convince her that she's not being herself?
But it's a good thing.
I agree.
And I think
Brady, thank you for modding so good.
David is in the Old Testament.
yeah,
Jesus is in the New
Do
Testament.
they, Juicer?
David
I
married
gotta watch
Abigail.
that.
David married Abigail, and Abigail had a son.
Why'd it get so low?
Baptist.
They told him that was the New Testament.
She had a son.
This is said to be off medication and is not uncommon to film and show a doctor the behavior that's being displayed.
The baby leaked.
So, okay, Brady. So he says that he records to show her doctor when she's having an episode, I guess, huh?
And Samson and Jesus.
I'm doing good, Kelly. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good.
I mean, Samson and John the Baptist made each other leap.
No, honey.
And then later on, Jesus was born and they're cousins, correct?
what you're saying doesn't make any sense, man.
No, I'm just asking questions, honey.
I know, it's okay.
You read the Bible more than anyone I
I
know,
know, listen,
so that's why
it's
I'm asking
okay.
you.
I know. Samson?
Who's Samson's mother?
Samson's the book of Judges.
Okay. Who is Samson's mother?
I don't know. It doesn't
Abigail.
matter. No, honey.
Samson.
It's okay, like it doesn't matter.
Why can't I hear that, guys? Why is it so low? Maybe it's just a low point, huh?
I just think you're smarter than me.
What are you trying to find out?
I'm just wondering, honey. I'm just wondering.
What are you wondering?
I'm just wondering.
No, tell me and I'll answer
Seriously.
it. Tell me and I'll answer the question. What is
I
it?
promise you, it's no relevance at all. I was just wondering.
I'll help you. Just tell me what you want to know.
I just picked up
Me too, Braddy.
my sister.
Kelly, I know. I've been going to sleep earlier too.
And when he died, David married her. That has
You
nothing
can't
to do
hear
with
it
John the
either.
Baptist.
Who did they have a
Hold on, let me exit out and come back in then. That's weird. I know, and he makes her feel like an idiot. That's what I said. If Joseph treated me like that when I asked him questions about the Bible, because he knows more, obviously he knows way more than I do, because he's been studying it and reading it way longer than me. If he treated me like that when I asked a question, treated me like I was crazy for saying the wrong answer, I would not ask. I would feel like an idiot. And he's like, this isn't you. And it's like, dude, what? It's still that low when I'm replaying it. That's weird, Kathy. Why'd it get so low? Well, I say pasture like a cow pasture on accident, and Joseph laughs at me. She's in a manic state, but she's not, Juicer. She's completely normal. He's making her think she's in a manic state. She's just telling him she wants to learn Spanish to help her customers at work, and saying that she knows a little bit, and he's making her think she's crazy for actually knowing a little bit of
It has
Spanish.
nothing to do with John the Baptist.
That's what I see here.
Is that
Listen, that
Bratty.
who is the son?
of Abigail and David?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it Ishmael?
No, that was back in Genesis.
NorCal, I agree. When his meds were wrong, when he was in manic states, he would get worse.
Of them too, but Solomon is David's rightful heir and first son.
I've encountered people like that on YouTube who will literally do something and say you did it. Act a certain way and say you're acting that way. And it will make me feel insane, like they're right. And then I'm like, no, I can't believe that. I know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm not crazy here. I can't imagine how she felt. It would make me insane too.
Jesus. And he has it right here. I just want a hot wife who loves Jesus. And he has it right here. A young, beautiful woman that is his wife who has dedicated her life to him. And he mocks her for her excitement, telling her she's crazy, for her wanting to learn more for clarification on a very complicated book. Very complicated book. Now, I gave you that clip. We've heard Micah over a span of 7 years. We've heard her voice. We've heard her cadence. We've heard her tone. Tell me if this is the same person you've heard in the 911 call.
St. County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
In National Park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
in Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone.
I was on mute, but yes, absolutely yes.
Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing. Hold on one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Yeah, the Lumber River State Park.
Yeah, that's where I am.
All saying, after hearing her voices on the other 911 calls, 3 different 911 calls before this, and her in that video, and a few others I've heard that aren't this 911 call, it's messing with my head. It's making me think it's not her. You can hear it now. Good. I don't know I think John Paul had children, right, guys? Brady, didn't John Paul have children with another woman? Not Micah, though. Micah had no children.
Okay.
Heck yes, can I kick it?
Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to self, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Oh, guys, my leg.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
This breaks my heart.
When this case first started and that 911 call was first released, I had not heard Micah's voice other than a couple of videos on Facebook. I, from the beginning, said, that's Micah. She sounds like a broken woman.
Okay, thank you.
That's her calling 911.
Oh, no.
Every witness who came forward continued to tell me that that is not her. It sounds like her, but it's not her. 2 witnesses have told me that that might be her, but if it is her, she's been drugged.
Listen to that again. People that knew her came to him and told him this.
911. Every witness who came forward continued to tell me that that is not her. It sounds like her, but it's not her. 2 witnesses have told me that that might be her, but if it is her, she's been drugged.
All right, that's something to leave y'all to think about. We're going to stop here because I want to have Nicole and Funky in here and Ben to feel better so he can be in here. I know he knows stuff about this too. And maybe I can have Brady and those guys up and we can watch the rest of this. So Dolly just went live, and this is the time of night where everyone starts going live. So I'm going to end it here. And tomorrow I'm going to try to go live about starting the trial for Melody Ferris because I want to see the whole thing. I'm very intrigued to hear it all. She had not too long before this told her dad she was going to buy a new pew protection. Exactly. And that's why she went and bought one, right? That's exactly why she went and bought one. It wasn't because of what she was going to do that day. My daughter's here picking up my grandbaby, and I have done everything but kick their butts out the door. Oh, no, Wicked West, don't tell her to stay. I think he told her to meet him there. Yes. Oh, my gosh, Brady. See, this is why we need to have a panel and talk about it. Wicked West, you need to come up. Guys, I've got to. Look, I have 3 kids here. I got to get ready for school and bed. But it's not the usual late night crowd. Maybe we'll go live later if I can get them rounded up and on panel with me. How about that? Hopefully. In just a little bit, like 10 after Dolly ends. Let me end that poll real quick. And I want to say one thing before I leave about all these people on YouTube. I like everyone who's fighting. I mean, I have my opinions about certain people that I just don't like at all because they seem like cruel people. But let's say, hold on, I got to end the poll. But let's say Queen Bee. I see such good qualities in her. She took up for me and saw my side in one of the worst times I've had on YouTube when no one else was willing to. Okay? And then Brittany J. I love Brittany. She's sweet. She loves her animals. She's a good mom. I don't watch Granny's Watching, but I could find good qualities with her too. You know what I mean? I like everyone. It's so hard to know where you should be and shouldn't. And really, if you look hard enough, you're going to find bad qualities in everyone. I think everyone should just try to get along. And if they can't, quit arguing on YouTube. Because what happens is it pulls all of the subscribers into it and causes a bigger mess. And it's so much stress. Goodness gracious, it's awful. But I just wanted to say that, guys. Y'all going to see me in all kinds of chats. And that doesn't mean I don't love Brittany J. or Dolly and PJ. Because you know that's where I came from. And I love them. And I don't not like Queen because if I'm in Brittany's, you know what I mean? It's just awful to have to worry about that. I could use prayers. Please continue to add me to your prayers. Always, S. Stills. Love you, Braddy. I'll let you know. I had to turn that down real. Oh, no! I don't know, Juicer. It depends on what I'm doing in a little bit and if I can get all of them together. Hush, all sane. I love your photo. How handsome. YouTube crime, right? It's awful. And I'm scared if I like him in Queen Bee's. She did something beautiful the other day. It was someone's birthday and all the donations she sent to that woman through super chats, and she gave her own 30% to her that YouTube takes out. And I don't care if she can afford it from YouTube or not. It was beautiful and sweet what she did. And I see Queen doing a lot of that good stuff. I see Dolly doing a lot of good stuff. I see Brittany J doing a lot of good stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, I hate feeling like I can't go in a certain chat or else someone else won't like me or allow me in their chat. You know what I mean? It's awful because I'm the type to see good quality in everyone. And if they don't have a good quality, I'm not going to be like, those are awful people. I don't like them. It's starting to turn into a big show, a big drama show where the entertainment is drama, period, that is our lives. And it's not cool or funny when it's real lives. These, TV shows, reality shows, it's not real. They're all laughing afterwards. These people are messing with real lives, each of them. They're doing it to each other. Look, not makeup on this side, makeup on this side, because this one's been watering. They don't realize that they're pulling their each other's lives into it, and they can't ignore it, so they're going to do it back to each other, and it sucks. It just sucks. I know, Wicked West. I find good in everyone. What did I tell you? Oh, yeah, guys. If you guys have been here from the beginning, certain people that tried to turn my life upside down and say things about my kids. And if y'all remember my daughter, Bailey, she had made a whole YouTube page of dancing even in tube tops in some videos. And I did not know that account existed. And one of the people that I knew before found it, and they held it against me. And they saved some of those videos and everything to hold against me. And the same exact thing kind of happened with Brittany J. And that person that, tried to ruin me, my name, my face, whatever they tried to do, try to make me look awful, like an awful person, is now going into chats that I love to be in, and it makes me want to not go in there because it makes me very uncomfortable, but I can't just stay away because they're people I love, and if that person comes around, they know that I'm going to stop talking. Like, I already left Molly's chat because that person came around, and now they're going to go on another's to try to make me, stay away, but I just don't want to be in drama anymore. I don't want to do it, so I avoid it. It sucks. People suck, y'all. Not all people, but people are the real monsters of the world. You don't think that summer either? Nomad! I hope all your babies are feeling better. Miss PJ, we will absolutely keep you in our prayers. We love you. Yeah, you should text Juicer. S deals. When they start doing or saying things I don't like, I skip that day. That's true. That's the thing. I don't like if Queen Me's sitting there talking crap, I'm not watching her live. You know what I mean? If she's doing something beautiful, like sending people a whole freaking donation that she didn't have to do for their birthday and everything's so sweet and it's filled with love, I'm watching it. That's just like when people were like, you didn't see, y'all know Matthew is silly AF. If you didn't see him being mean about this person, I said, dude, when he did those lives, I didn't watch them. I saw the good stuff. You know what I mean? I saw the duck races and the funny stuff. You skipped the bad stuff. Hey, Nicole 22, love. Is definitely go to the dark side or the light side? Oh, you'll never know. Block them. They blocked me. I don't see them. But when I start seeing people talk to them and saying hi, I'm like, oh, dude, they're in here. I'm scared. I finally made an appointment to see my doctor. Yay! Good job. Nomad, did you say if all the babies were feeling better or not? I hope they are. All people do suck. Oh, don't say that. There's some people I love with all my heart on here. Good, Estil's awesome. Most people suck, Emery. But see, there are some people I love that they are light in this dark, disgusting world that I have met on here. I will say that. Not all people suck. It does, can I kick it? And love is key. Yay, they're all better. Well, I'm glad you made a doctor's appointment. You better keep it and go to it. I love you guys. Hopefully we'll come on later. We'll have Funky, maybe Ben. Maybe we can talk him into coming up here and hanging out with us. Maybe Brady. Maybe we can whist. We can have some people on panel talking about the Micah Miller case and going over the rest of that video. We'll see what happens. Y'all don't hold me to it because I don't know if I can get everyone together tonight. But if not, all saying I'm going to kick your butt. I'm cracking myself up because the side's watering and that one's not. But if not, tomorrow we'll start the day one trial. You don't anymore what? Wait, I can't end it yet until you tell me that. I can't. No. I do not like that person. That person is, I thought that they were something they turned out not to be. No, absolutely not. I'm just saying that was a good point to help. I mean, a good example to help prove my point. People were yelling, you saw him saying this and that about these people, like about Aunt Sherry. And I was like, actually, I didn't, because I didn't watch those lives where they were talking crap and being mean. I watched the good lives where they were having lives for his friend that was diagnosed with cancer, one of the mods. And I watched the duck races. I watched the light lives. You know what I mean? I didn't watch the mean crap, so I didn't see it. No, it was just an example. John Paul sucks. Yeah, he's not a good person. What? This? Every person sucks. No, they don't. Then how do they drink? I'm waiting on you, Notepad. Notepad? Now your name is Notepad. There's a lot of jerks. Oh, you don't anymore. I'm done with y'all. I'm getting off here. I love y'all. Hopefully I'll see y'all later. I want to go through this one more time because y'all Dolly is live if y'all are bored. Mo gave me a $9.99 super chat earlier. Our beautiful, sweet Mo. That's one of the lights, y'all. My Juicer, member for 2 whole months. Tammy for 17 months. Jax Wolf for 3 months. I could not talk tonight, y'all. OG Nanny for 14 months. Tammy gifted a membership earlier. Lori sent a $5 super chat and then a $10 super chat. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Jax Wolf sent a $2 super chat. Our sweet Tutti Frutti has been a member for 17 months. This is one of Bommy's Belle in real life sent a $2 super chat. Or super chat. Wicked West has been a member for 6 whole months. She says prayers and love for all the babies. And when it says bam, hiya, been a member for 12 whole months. You guys are amazing and I love y'all all so much. I don't think any of you truly suck. Don't worry. Wicked West, I'm so sorry you ran everyone off for nothing. I do that so much. Someone comes over and I'm like, get, go. And then it's over. So I'm going to go watch Dolly for a little bit, y'all. Thank you so much, Nomad. Sorry I called you Nomad or whatever I called you. I can't talk tonight. But thank you so much. And I'm glad all the babies feel better, and I'm glad you made a doctor's appointment. I'm proud of you. I know. That's why I think I might go live later. It just depends on what's going on. I'll see y'all at Dolly's. I agree with that. Can I kick it? And those are the people I'm saying I can't really find anything good about. And I truly, really just don't like. All right. Juicer called you a jerk. You got to deal with that. You need your ying. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in a little bit, hopefully. I love you guys. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all so much. I love you guys.